Have you ever wondered why snakes shed their skin? If you're like me, you probably had a pet snake at some point in your life. And if you did, you've most likely witnessed this bizarre process of your snake shedding its skin. You may have even been confused or grossed out by it the first time it happened because it looks kinda weird, but it's actually an important part of your snake's life cycle. So today we're going to explain exactly why snakes need to shed their skin and how they do it. Hi, I'm here with my reptile friends. Let's dive into today's big question. Why do snakes shed their skin? We can break down shedding into 4 main reasons: growth, removing parasites and damage, renewal, and reproduction. The main reason snakes shed their skin is so that they can grow. As a snake grows longer, it also gets thicker, which means its body is taking up more space. The old skin cannot expand with the growing body, so it needs to be replaced with new, larger skin. For example, when baby snakes hatch from their eggs, they immediately begin shedding their first skin. That's because they were pretty tiny inside the egg, but once they grow a little bit outside of it, their skin just can't fit anymore. It's very similar to us humans when we are still in the womb. We don't have any hair, but when we're born, we start growing hair, which we then need to keep trimming or it would become too long. Similarly, snakes need to shed their skin so they keep growing. Snakes typically shed their skin in one piece. However, sometimes a snake might shed its skin in multiple pieces, especially if it's very dry and brittle. When a snake sheds its skin, it usually takes off the top part of the skin first. This is known as the ocular scale, and right after that, the rest of the skin comes off. Some snakes, such as corn snakes, tend to shed in one piece, whereas others, like ball pythons, often shed in multiple pieces. Now, when snakes are about to shed their skin, they'll usually let us know ahead of time. Most snakes will become very calm and lethargic, almost like they're depressed, for lack of better words. They'll eat very little during this period, if anything at all, and they'll spend most of their time hiding in their hide boxes or under plants in their enclosure. During this inactive phase, you might notice that your snake's eyes become cloudy, and this is caused by the eye being covered in the old skin. Once the snake sheds, the eye will clear right back up. This entire process of shedding can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days. And even though it may seem like your snake is going through a tough time, it's actually quite the opposite. Shedding skin is not painful, and it's actually pretty refreshing for them. Now that we've explained why snakes shed their skin, let's talk about how they do it. Snakes shed their skin by pushing the new skin out from underneath the old skin. It's kind of like when you push a piece of tape away from the wall, except with snakes, it's their whole body. First, the snake makes its way through cracks or crevices to rub against rough surfaces. Then, the snake secretes mucus from its head, which helps lubricate its body and allows the new skin to slide over the old skin. After that, the snake uses its teeth to help scrape away the old skin. And finally, it swallows the piece of skin that it has just removed. Sometimes you'll see snakes swallowing the shed skin in one piece, but other times you might find the skin in 2 or 3 pieces, which happens when the skin splits while it's on the snake. Alright, so now that we've talked about how snakes shed their skin, let's go through the remaining reasons why snakes need to shed. Number 2, removing parasites, bacteria, or fungi. Like any other animal, snakes can get parasites, bacteria, and fungi. Parasites can be things like mites or ticks, which feed on the snake's blood or skin. Shedding their skin helps remove these unwanted guests. Shedding can also help remove any dead skin cells, which can prevent infection from getting into the body. Fungi can be harmful to snakes, causing things like ringworm. Ringworm isn't actually a worm, but rather a fungus that causes round, scaly patches to appear on a snake's skin. Fortunately, most of the time, ringworm is not very serious and can be treated with antifungal medication. However, if left untreated, it can cause hair loss and even death. This is another reason why shedding is so important for snakes. By shedding their skin, they're able to get rid of the fungus and hopefully prevent it from coming back. Alright, reason number 3, renewal. Snakes shed their skin so that they can grow new, fresh skin. This helps them move around easier and sense their surroundings. The old skin can be dry and cracked, which makes it hard for the snake to slither. The new skin is smooth and flexible, which helps the snake slither easily. The new skin is also more sensitive, which helps the snake sense danger. You see, snakes don't have eyelids. Instead, they have transparent scales that cover their eyes. When the snake sheds its skin, it also gets rid of these old scales and grows new ones. This helps the snake see clearly and protects its eyes from injury. And finally, reason number 4, reproduction. Before mating season, many snakes will shed their skin to look healthier and more attractive to potential mates. Studies have shown that brightly colored and smooth skin is more attractive to potential mates. Smooth skin also makes it easier for the male snake to hold on to the female snake during mating. And finally, the act of shedding itself can stimulate the hormones needed for reproduction. Hormones play an important role in the reproductive process for both males and females. So overall, shedding before mating season is thought to increase the chances of successful reproduction in snakes. So there you have it. Now you know why snakes shed their skin. We broke it down into 4 main reasons: growth, removing parasites and damage, renewal, and reproduction. Snakes shed their skin to get rid of the old damaged skin so that they can grow new, healthy skin. Shedding also helps get rid of parasites, bacteria, and fungi. The new skin is smooth and flexible, which helps the snake slither easily and sense its surroundings. Finally, snakes shed their skin before mating season to look their best for potential mates. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out our channel for more reptile adventures. We've got lots of awesome episodes in the works that I think you'll really enjoy. Thanks for joining us. See you later. See,